here real quick. Happy 2025. Welcome to my very first live stream of the new year. Just trying to get my stuff together here. I can't do this before I start the live, so you gotta bear with me here for a second. Yeah, welcome. I hope everyone's having a good year so far. I gotta pull my chat up here on my computer and get ready. I'm on time today. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow and Thursday at the same time, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Just so you know. I've got some paintings I need to finish up. And I've got this miniatures kit, which I might also work on. Just waiting for this computer to load up so I can see my chat. But yeah, I got new internet, so my new internet is like 500 times the internet I had before, so I'm hoping my live streams from now on will be a lot better. Okay, there we go. Just need to do one more thing here. Alright, so yeah, I'm hoping my live streams will be a lot better from now on. No more buffering or grainy videos like I was dealing with before. I'm so happy with my new internet. But the plan for the day is to finish up this painting of my dog Duke. And I also have this miniatures kit, show it to you real quick, that I've been working on. This little thing. So I might do some work on this as well because I'm super close to having it done. I've been spending a lot of time working on it the past couple weeks. And it's kind of funny, before I really would not have the patience for something so tiny and tedious, but I do now. Let me prepare my hands here. My hands get super dry in the winter, no matter how many times I put lotion on them every day. So I always put a little bit of lotion on my hands before I do any videos or anything, because my hands look torn up if I don't. Probably one of the most random things in my art studio. A little tube of lotion for my hands. The life of a content creator. Yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this live stream. I've just been kind of taking it easy so far this year, the last couple weeks. And it's been nice. I needed a little bit of a break. It was my excuse me, my first time taking a break from content creating since I started really going at it for the past year. And so I really needed it. It was really time for me to have a little break, so I don't get burnt out or anything. How's that? Okay. So yeah, it's just been nice to kind of lay low and take it easy. I was looking at the drawing of, that's the other thing I need to pull up. I was looking at the drawing of my dog earlier, and I realized that this line is not supposed to be here, so we need to cover it up. And the eraser in the painter's world is white paint, so I'm just going to get some white paint and cover it up. These eyes are going to be brown anyways, so it should cover up pretty well, but I just want to make sure. Whenever I make a mistake, I like to cover it up with the white, so whatever color I paint over it will have more of a chance to pop out and be vibrant and not look so dirty looking, I guess you could say. I need to pull up this picture of my dog on the computer real quick so I can see what I'm supposed to be working with here. There we go. There's my dog. So this is my dog Duke. The last stream I did last year, I was working on this piece. And I haven't touched it since. So I'm pretty excited to be able to get this done and hang out and chat with y'all while I do that. Well, yeah, it's been a real chill start to the new year for me. I do have some fresh content coming out on YouTube. For the past couple weeks, since the beginning of the new year, I've just been posting, reposting some of my older content from the beginning of last year, because I know I have some new subscribers that probably haven't seen that content anyways, and it gave me a chance to kind of take a break without having any pause with what I've been posting. So you gotta love those reposts. But yeah, I had my new content come out yesterday. If anyone was around last year, I did when I was doing my very first live streams on YouTube. I was painting my dining room door, and I finally got around to finish painting it, which I didn't finish it completely on stream because I just had the background to do, and it was just painting a bunch of yellow, which I didn't think would be very interesting, so I finished that part off of camera. But if anybody's curious to see the door that I painted, it is on the short that I posted yesterday. I'm trying to get some of the brown so I can paint the little dog's eyeballs. Let's see, what brush do I want to use? I need a small round brush. I think the round brush is probably my favoriteest brush to use. Need a smaller one than that. Let's see what I got. Oh yeah, this is perfect. So yeah, it's been a real chill beginning to the new year for me. I have been busy. Besides taking a break from making content, I started a new morning routine. Make sure that you can see this still. I probably mentioned this before, but late last year, I started reading this book called The 5 a.m. Club. And I'm on day 6 of joining the 5 a.m. Club. And basically this book is all about self-improvement and how you can reach your full potential. And it has seriously been like a life changer for me. I feel like it's been such an inspirational book for me. Whoops. And so it has a whole routine and everything that you do with it, which involves waking up at 5 a.m. if you could have guessed that. So I've been waking up at 5 a.m. I'm on day 6. And what you do is you start out your morning, right out of bed, you do a workout. And so I've been working out a whole bunch. I got a treadmill for Christmas, one of those walking pad treadmills, I guess they're called. So I've been doing a whole lot of working out, and I'm still working on finishing up reading the book. Got probably, well, it's an audio book. I've got about another hour and a half left of it. But it's been a really good book. It's been super inspiring. And I'm really honestly already seeing some changes in myself, even after just 6 days of participating, I guess you could say, with it. And so, I don't know, I just thought I'd throw it out there if anyone's looking for a good, like, self-help, self-improvement book. I highly suggest the 5 a.m. Club. And it's free, it's available as a free audiobook on YouTube. So that's where I've been listening to it. But yeah, besides the 5 a.m. Club, just this week I started working on new content for YouTube. YouTube is what I spend most of my time on as far as content creating, and then I usually just repost my YouTube content onto my Facebook and my Instagram. But I'm usually a couple months behind, like reposting it to those platforms. So there's always something different to watch. Sorry, I get a little quiet. This part's a little tricky. I don't want to mess this up. But yeah, I've been busy with that. And I guess I need to paint some more white on that. An art friend of mine just started a new YouTube channel, and I guess it's going to be on Spotify too. But she just started this new thing called the Art Club Podcast. And she's doing a thing where it's by artists for artists. And she's going to be interviewing different artists, and I just thought that was such a neat idea. I really admire her. Her name is Moxie Bean on Instagram. I don't think she has a YouTube channel for her own art stuff. She's just doing the Art Club Podcast is what it's called, if anyone wants to look it up. I shared a little bit more about it this morning on a community post. If you want to go check it out, the link is on that post that I did this morning. But yeah, I just thought that was really neat. I love how artists are really so supportive of one another. And it's just such a great community to be a part of. But yeah, I really admire this artist. She's an amazing artist, amazing content creator, and just an overall really cool person. So if you guys get a chance, check her out on Instagram. Her name is Moxie Bean. And I found her on TikTok a couple years ago is how I became acquainted with her. But she's invited me to do an interview on this new podcast of hers. So I'm really excited to be able to participate in that. I'm really honored to get that opportunity. I'm not quite sure when we're going to be doing the interview, but she's coming up with some questions and stuff for it. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. I'm really excited about that. It's cool when someone you really admire and look up to wants to interview you. Wow. So I'm really excited about that. I've got to add a little bit of white highlight right there. There we go. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back into live streaming. I definitely needed a little break from everything, from all this content creating stuff, but I'm feeling recharged and rejuvenated and really focused on my art goals and my goals for this year. And it really has a lot to do with that 5 a.m. Club. I'm telling you, that book has, I feel really helped change my perspective and my outlook on life a whole lot with all aspects of my life, not just personally, but with the things that I want to accomplish here on YouTube even. So I'm really grateful to have found that book. And I found it because this person I follow on Facebook brought it up. And I'm just so grateful I found that book. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of art goals set for this year. And this Sunday, I have a video coming out. New video. I know I've missed it the last couple Sundays, even on my long form videos. And it's all about how to set realistic goals, realistic art goals, I'm sorry, for the new year. I know we're already a couple months or a couple weeks in, but I feel like it's never too late to sit down and look at what you would like to accomplish this year. But yeah, if you have any art goals or goals that you'd like to accomplish this year, feel free to share it in the chat. But yeah, that's my video coming out on Sunday. Is this white dry yet? No. Gotta wait for this white to dry before I paint any brown on there. But, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, I'm planning on making a video about, recreating an old piece of art that I did. So I painted this one piece like 12 years ago. It was my first and only like surrealist piece I've ever done. And I thought it'd be fun to like recreate it. So that'll be my video coming out the following Sunday. But if anyone has any ideas for long form videos or projects or tutorials that you would like to see here on this channel, just let me know. I'm always open to suggestions, and I'd totally love to hear what y'all would like to see and what you all are into, you know? I think my white paint pen is finally dying on me. I got this pack of 5 of these Artistro paint pens off of Amazon a couple years ago, and they, well, more than that now, geez, like almost 6 years ago. And this is the very last one that I have in the pack, and honestly, I love these paint pens. The tip is like the perfect size, and they're super opaque. Yeah, I love these paint pens. And I don't think they were very expensive either. There we go. But yeah, I've also got, didn't really want that long, but that's okay. I also have a Dollar General art supply review that I'm working on as a short to come out next week, because over the summertime I had to evacuate my house because there was a fire and I couldn't bring my art supplies, so I just had to drop into Dollar General and grab some, because there was no way I wasn't going to not do any art for the whole time not being home. And so, yeah, I'm going to be doing like a review and rating different Dollar General art supplies. So that'll be fun. I've never really done a art supply review before, so it'll be something different for me. I guess next I can start painting this little nose of his. While the eyes dry, I'll start working my way down here and see where we happen to end up. I'm also working on another short for next week or the week after, and it's all about the Zorn palette. So if you're not familiar, the Zorn palette is this specific set of colors. It's 4 colors. It's yellow ochre, cadmium red, ivory black, and white. And you can use just those 4 colors to make some really nice skin tones. Really basic colors. And so I might need to grab a different color black. I do have this Mars black, which is like super, super black, but then I have an ivory black, which is not really a gray, but it's more of a grayish black, I guess you could say. But anyways, the Zorn palette, Zorn was a Swedish artist from back in the day, and he's the one who like put together this palette of 4 colors. And so next week I have a video coming out about the Zorn palette and how that you can use just those 4 colors to create some really nice skin tones. I know like skin tones can be kind of an intimidating thing to try to figure out, especially when you're first starting out with art. And so just simplifying it by using these 4 colors is really awesome. I'm really excited to share this palette with you. I don't typically do very many, I don't really dabble in the realistic side of art, but I did do one sort of realistic-ish painting. Oh! No! That I shared before on here. It's of Kathy Bates. And I need to clean this paint off. And I use this Zorn palette to paint her. So it does really work. There we go. I always have Q-tips in my art studio too, because they're perfect for little mess-ups like that. Yeah, the Zorn palette is a palette paint, paint scheme that I have used before in the past. And after dabbling with it this morning for the video I was working on, I think maybe I'll try to do another realistic-ish sort of piece. I say ish because I used realistic skin tones, but I gave this painting more of like a graphic look, illustrative look, whatever you want to call it. And so there's a lot of black outlines in the face and stuff like that. So it's not exactly realistic, but the skin tones were. But yeah, I had another artist tell me about the Zorn palette a long time ago, so that's where I learned about that from. But that's what's really cool about connecting with other artists, like even on just social medias, because you can really learn a lot from each other and you can help inspire one another, Yeah, I feel like I need to get my other black out to paint these other parts of his little face. But I don't want to waste this paint, so I'm going to try to get some of it back in the tube here. I haven't really used this black paint in a while, so I'm pretty happy that it's still coming out nice and smooth. It's not all clumpy and old yet. But yeah, I can't believe we're already freaking in 2025. Like, the past 5 years have just been one big long blur. I feel like it's kind of crazy. It's been a lot of changes going on in the world, and even for me personally, done a lot of healing. It's been kind of a crazy time. Let me grab this other paint. I just feel like it'll be nice to kind of have a different contrast for his little nose. Right before I was about to start my live stream, the FedEx guy came and my dogs were out in the yard. I'm like, as soon as I let them out, I heard the knock on the door. I'm like, oh God. But thankfully my dogs are really nice. Well, yeah, they're pretty nice. One of them, Lucy, the youngest one, she doesn't really like kids because they just like run around and they move really fast and make a lot of noises, and Lucy don't really like kids. But yeah, it was kind of funny. They all barked at him like they were in the backyard before they knew he was here. And I had to warn him, like, just so you know, my dogs are in the yard, but they won't bite you or anything. They'll just bark at you. Then as soon as those words escaped me, Duke, this dog right here, he came running and barking to the front at him. He had his fur, what do they call it, the hackles, I guess? When their fur's like sticking up. He had that going on, trying to be all aggro. They just barked and sniffed at him. But as soon as the guy left the yard, that's when they really went off, which was kind of funny. They went off more psycho on him after he was out of the yard, which I was totally happy about. I wasn't worried about them biting him or anything, but now if it was a kid, that might be a different story. Lucy's gone after kids before. She's not very nice. Well, at least to kids, I guess. But yeah, my little dogs. I'm very thankful to have them. They keep me company, and I've had them all for so long now. They're all taking a nap. I can hear Lucy snoring over there. But yeah, I was thinking I might work on my miniatures kit as well during this stream. But we will have to see. The only problem with working on the miniatures kit is I wasn't sure if my camera would be able to get low enough so you could actually see what I'm doing. So that's my only kind of hesitation, but we can try it if I get to that point. This brown paint I'm using for his eyeballs it's a cheaper paint. It's the like Craft Smart. It's either Walmart or Michael's like off-brand one, which it's not bad, but you definitely gotta wait for the layers to dry before you can continue on to the next little phase of it. So let me do that. So this is my ivory black. It has more of a grayish tint to it. But I think it'll be nice because the nostrils in this picture are super, super black, but then the rest of this area isn't as dark black, whatever this means. So maybe that'll look nice, I'm thinking. Now this paint is old. This ivory black, I bought it like so long ago, and I didn't end up liking the like kind of gray tint to it. So I don't really use it very often at all. Let's get another round brush here. I have to add a little bit of water to this. Okay, just gotta make sure. I shouldn't have to worry anymore about disconnecting, but that did happen with my old internet while I was streaming. It just disconnected, and because I'm using my phone and my phone's up here, I can't see the screen. So if it disconnects, I will have no idea of knowing that it's not connected. But we should be good. But I literally went from like maximum 5 megabytes per second to 500 on my new internet. So I was super happy about that. One of my art goals this year is to get a nice streaming camera. I'm thinking there's this Logitech one that I want to try out. Everyone's like always raves about it online. So it'd be cool to get one of those, and then I can start using my computer to live stream from. And then I'll be able to use the streaming software, and I don't know, I'll be able to get a little more fancy with my stream. I'll be able to have an overlay and everything like that. And it would be nice to have my phone when I'm streaming, so if like I'm talking about something specific, I can actually show you instead of telling you about it. But for now, this is what we got to work with. But as you can see, this black is a lot grayer than the black I used for the nostrils. But yeah, this new year, I am going to be live streaming every week. I'm thinking around the same time, like 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Because it seems like it's a time when, well, according to my analytics, a lot of my viewers are on, so I figured this would be a good time set to do. I'm kind of thinking Tuesday through Thursday, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. I might end up changing the date, the time, or the days. I'm just kind of winging it and seeing how it goes at this point. But I definitely will be doing a lot more live streams. I just took a couple weeks off from it. But yeah, I've got a whole lot of paintings that I need to finish up, so I'll be doing some painting, of course. And Valentine's Day is coming up next month. And for the longest time, I've wanted to try those fake bake craft projects. So if you're not familiar, a fake bake is when you make like a, I don't know, it could be a wooden box, a jewelry box, just a, I've seen a lot of heart-shaped ones. But basically you take the box or whatever you're going to use. I'm thinking I'm going to try to find a wood heart-shaped box. And you make it look like a cake. So what you do is you use spackle and you add paint to it so it's colored, and then you load it into a, why can't I think of the name of it? You know, the things bakers use for their frosting. I can't think of the name of it right now. But then you just put the spackle onto the wood box or whatever you're using, and it looks like cake. And I've seriously been wanting to try this project for like ever. So I figured like Valentine's Day or, you know, next month would be a good time to do that project. And then make a video on it, on how you can make your own next month. So I'm really looking forward to that project. It's been on my to-do list for like the longest time. And the very first artist that the Art Club podcast is interviewing is an artist who does these fake bakes and stuff like that. I think she does other art too. But yeah, seeing her work like super inspired me. I'm like, oh, I need to try this. So I'm really looking forward to that project. And then springtime's coming up. So I have another springtime kind of, well, I thought it'd be good for the spring. It's like a hanging wall garden, I guess you could say, but you use fake moss or plants or whatever you want to put on it. And some rocks. I've made a couple of them in the past. They're hanging in my bathroom. And I need one more. So I definitely want to make a video on that. I might end up live streaming that project and then turning it into a video. I'm not too sure yet, but those are just a couple of projects that I'm going to be working on next month. But yeah, I always like to, I'm a planner. I love planning, and so I always have my content planned out like sometimes months in advance. Especially my long form videos. I probably have all of those planned out 2 or 3 months ahead of time. Just so I know what I'm working on. And if I get the chance, I can kind of get ahead and film whatever I need to do. Oh, my little Duke. I'm happy with how this is turning out. So I painted my other dogs before, Jack and Lucy. I've shared those on my Instagram as well too. I guess I could put my Instagram name in the chat if anybody wants to check it out at some point. I had to put a period in my name on Instagram because somebody already had my name, yeah, as the artist, so I had to put some periods in between. But that's my Instagram handle if anyone wants to check me out on there. Excuse me. And I recently joined Threads, probably a month ago or so, and I'm really liking Threads because I feel like it's like, I don't know, less pressure. Like with Instagram and Facebook and stuff, I feel like my page and stuff has to be a little more curated, and you know, like especially Instagram, you kind of want well, for me, I want my feed to look like very cohesive, like it all kind of goes together. So I have to put some thought into it, you know. But with Threads, like, you can post whatever. Like, I feel like it's just less pressure on there to be as curated as like Instagram and stuff. So I've been posting stuff on there. I've met a couple of cool new artists on there, and it's actually helped me grow my Instagram page. I've got a couple new followers on Instagram just from posting on Threads. Because I guess they're like brother and sister apps, I guess you could say. But yeah, I've been trying to get back into the whole social media thing. I always try to stay posting with something. And I've been really trying to focus a lot more on my Instagram and Facebook. Last year I was only posting on there twice a week on both of those platforms. But this year I'm trying to post a little bit more than that on there, just to kind of grow my pages on there a bit more. But it's a lot. It's a lot to try to keep up with sometimes, you know. I enjoy it though. Definitely gives me something to focus on and do throughout my day besides just game. I've been taking, you know, I've had the last couple of weeks off from doing much content creating, and I've been spending a lot of time gaming. I've been playing, I just recently got like super obsessed with the game The Sims 4. And I played this game a couple years ago. And I don't know, I got bored of it quick, but this time around I'm like super into it. Like literally I could probably spend a half of a day just playing The Sims 4, but I've been really focused on trying to achieve my goals, and so I can't exactly game all day anymore. Trying to get better. But yeah, I really do love to game. So much fun. Well, I guess this part needs to be black too. It looks like it. We'll do it. I'm really liking this ivory black. I think that was a good choice to use the 2 shades of black. So each little portion, like each little feature could stand out a little bit better on its own. There we go. The eyes are dry now, so I can go back to hitting this with another coat. There we go. Kind of tapping it on there. This eye's pretty much good to go. It's just this right eye, I need to do a little more work on it. But yeah, I thought it was about time I get Duke painted, because I painted Jack and Lucy like years ago now. And Dookie Boy needed his own painting too. Because I've got Jack and Lucy's hanging in my living room, so I thought it was only fair. We gotta paint the Dukester. But this drawing, or the photo of him that I'm using as my reference, was a photo of him as an older dog. So in the photo, like all of his like snout area and underneath his chin was all gray, but I wanted to paint him as a young dog, since that's where, you know, Jack and Lucy were younger when I painted them, so I figured I'd paint him as a younger dog too. There we go. But yeah, I was thinking about maybe even doing a little, I don't know if anyone would be interested in it, which is why I haven't, but maybe you can let me know in the comments, even if you watch this video at a later time. Would you be interested in seeing how I do my content planning? I don't know if that's something I should share, or I don't know. Maybe I'll do a YouTube community post about it too. But yeah, basically for my content creating schedule, I like to print out a calendar, a monthly calendar, and then I go and look in my analytics and I find out when people that follow me or subscribe to me are most active. So I do it for Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And then I kind of go from there, just planning out what days and times I'm going to do, how many times a week I want to post. And then I kind of just plan it out from there. Of course, I like to do a little bit of research and see what other artists are posting on YouTube. Because one thing that I wish I would have known when I first started YouTube is I saw this advice video, and it really said it well about how you don't want to reinvent the wheel. Like, you want to see what's popular already, what people are doing, and then not copy it, but make your own version of that content. And man, I wish I would have known that sooner. But yeah, that's what I do. I spend a lot of time kind of researching and seeing what's popping, you know? So it's not about copying or reinventing the wheel. It's about turning what's already out there into your own, you know? So around his eyeballs is black. I think I might use this, maybe use this ivory black instead of pure black for it. I need to get a smaller paintbrush. This is like the tiniest brush that I own. I got a bunch of these little tiny brushes off of like Wish, I think it was, years ago. And I still have a couple of them around. This was probably like 7 years ago that I got them. Hopefully you can still see this, yes. Gotta flip them around a little bit so I can get a better angle here. Yeah, these little brushes have held up pretty good over the years. I think I got a pack of 50 of them for like $3 or something. There we go. But yeah, I've been just doing a lot of working out. A lot of working on my goals for this year. And I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this year. I feel like a lot of good is on its way to me. I've been doing a lot of work these past couple years, and I feel like it's finally, my time has finally arrived. And honestly, it feels great. Get a little bit quiet on this part because I don't want to screw it up. When I get really focused, I guess I get quiet. But I always like to try to keep chatting when I'm live streaming. Try to keep it engaging. But that'll be something else that I really want to live stream from my computer is I'll be able to play music and not have to worry about copyright because I can make it to where the sound doesn't come out onto the video itself. If I can remember how to do all that. When I was streaming on Twitch, I was like really on it with keeping up with how to do all that stuff, but it's been a couple years now. We'll see. I think this needs to be a little bit darker. There's my sweet little Duke. Yeah, it'll be cool to live stream from my computer too, because then I'll be able to have a face cam and I'll be able to show my doggies to you. I think I did post maybe a photo of them on a YouTube community post when it was National Dog Day last year. I know I shared, I think I've shared a picture of them. There we go. That that's better. My other two dogs don't have these kind of dark circles or whatever you want to call it around their eye, but little Duke does. He's going to be 12 years old in May. His birthday is May 10th. He's the only dog I actually know his birthday. His actual birthday. Jack I got when he was a year old, and so I just made his birthday the day that I got him, which was March 30th, which happens to be Van Gogh's birthday, Vincent Van Gogh's birthday, which is kind of cool, because he's one of my favoriteest painters from back in the day. And Lucy, I just have a rough idea. I know she was sometime the second week of June. I was so excited when I got her. She's the only dog that I like. Jack I got from a lady who fosters dogs, and Duke I got from the pound. But Lucy I got from Craigslist. And it was from this lady who had these old dogs. She didn't even think that the female could have puppies because she was so old. And she had the male around her the whole time, but they never had puppies. So it was a surprise to her when Lucy and her brothers and sisters were born. But when I got Lucy, I was so excited to get her. I totally forgot to ask the lady like when her birthday was. So I only know that it was sometime in the second week of June. My little Gemini dog. Yeah, I've had them all a long time. Duke's gonna be 12. Lucy's gonna be 13. And Jack is gonna be 17. He's a cute old dog. He's definitely starting to lose his hearing and stuff, so now whenever I need to call him, I have to like yell so he actually hears me. Otherwise, he don't hear me. I don't know, it kind of cracks me up because I'll be out there, Jack, screaming at the top of my lungs so he can hear me. I'm like, the neighbors probably think I'm a crazy lady because I'm yelling so loud for the dog, but it's just because he can't hear. And he's starting to lose his eyesight too, poor boy. But, I mean, in human years, he's already like 100-something years old, so time catches up to everybody, all living beings, even the little dogs. I like it. I might have to darken up the nostrils a little bit more now to make them a little bit darker looking compared to this other black. Yeah, I've been watching a whole lot of American Dad lately. That's like my newest TV show obsession. And it's funny because I'm not usually really into like animated shows, but for some reason I just have been into watching American Dad lately. It's so funny. And I just finished watching all of Schitt's Creek for the first time. I really enjoyed that show. It was so good. I was kind of sad when it was over. Anyone else ever feel like that? Like, you get kind of sad when your show's over or your movie, like something you really enjoyed's over. It's like, man, I want to watch it all over again. Which I'm sure I'll do eventually end up doing, watching it all over again. I wish it would have been longer though. But I guess they had 6 seasons, which isn't bad. And then yesterday I started watching a new show on well, it's not new, but new to me, and it's called Dead to Me. I've only watched 1 episode so far, but it has Christina Applegate and the chick from Grandma's Boy in it. And it is pretty good so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, because at the very end of the first episode, like, it was one of those jaw-dropping moments like, what? Yeah. If anyone has any good TV show suggestions, let me know. I've been really into watching TV lately. Well, just at night. Mostly at nighttime. I like to wind down my day watching some TV. Oh no, I have to be really into a movie for it to keep my attention, but it's like the older I get, the less, like, the smaller my attention span's gotten. And a movie takes a lot of attention span, so I don't know. It's easier for me to watch TV shows. Oh, I'm happy with how this is turning out. I think I need to add maybe some more little fur marks in here. Oh, my little puppy dog. And I need to adjust this eye portion right here. But yeah, it's getting close to being done here. I'm pretty excited about this. It'd be nice to have this painting hanging up with Jack and Lucy's. I need another paintbrush here. No. Here we go. I love a round brush. A round brush is definitely my most favoriteest paintbrush of all the paintbrushes. Because literally you can use them for the details. You can use them for like almost every portion of a painting besides the background, honestly. Yeah, round brush and a angled brush are my top two favorite brushes. So I think I need to maybe make these a little bit wider. This painting of Duke's is a little bit different than Jack and Lucy's because for theirs, like, I didn't do an outline at all. And for Duke's, I obviously outlined this. So his will look a little bit different, but that's alright. That's what happens, I guess, is you kind of evolve and change even in art. Yeah, I definitely need to add a little more fur on him. Or fur strokes, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'm probably streaming I'm thinking until 2 o'clock my time, which is like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. And I'm going to be streaming today, tomorrow, and Thursday around the same time for a couple hours. I'm still trying to find that good balance between work and play. Because I don't want to burn myself out, you know? So I'm thinking a couple hour stream is probably pretty good. Because it does take a lot of energy out of me to stream, honestly. Just because I'm talking a lot. I don't usually talk this much. I'm more of a listener, I guess. But I like to try to keep talking when I'm streaming, you know? So at least when someone goes back and watches this vlog, it'll not just be silence and me painting. There'll be, you know, something going on. Let's see. Maybe some more fur right here. Oh, yeah, that looks a lot better. He was looking a little plain. He needed a little more pizzazz to him. Yeah, I'm just going to do some live streaming today. And we'll see how I feel when I'm done. I did want to do a little more filming, but I might end up just editing what I have already filmed. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what can I actually accomplish in a day? Because part of the 5 a.m. club thing is you want to write out your goals for the day and the things that you want to accomplish. And I always write out like a ton of things, but like realistically, there's not any way I could really complete all of the goals I have for the day. But I think sometimes it's better to kind of overshoot than undershoot with my goals. So I'll just get done what I can done. But yeah, the 5 a.m. club, like, seriously is such a good book. So you spend your first 20 minutes, well, it's supposed to be 20 minutes of workout, 20 minutes of journaling or meditating, and then 20 minutes of learning a new skill or learning like something. But I've just been doing 30-minute workouts because I know 30 minutes a day is what they suggest anyways, like in general. So I've been doing 30-minute workouts, and I like to go on the treadmill, and I also like to do this body strengthening cardio video as well. That there's this lady I watch on YouTube. She does really good videos, and in the last like year I've lost over 50 pounds from just watching what I eat and by doing these videos with this lady. But I was doing a lot of yoga before. She has some really good yoga videos as well. But now I've kind of moved on more to like the cardio side and body strengthening side of it. And it feels good. It feels really good to be able to move my body, because for the longest time I had a lot of problems going on physically. I do have fibromyalgia, and for the longest time, I've like 12 years or so, I need to get a drink. My fibromyalgia was always flared up, and so I couldn't really do much physically. But I'm feeling so much better with it, and feeling a lot better mentally, which it's really crazy how your body and mind, like that connection is really so strong. I think it's a lot stronger than a lot of people give it credit for, you know? So getting right mentally has really helped me a lot physically. And so it's nice to be able to do all these things, because there was over a decade where I couldn't really do much physically. I don't know why my throat's so dry. I guess because I'm talking so much. I'm not used to talking so much. But yeah, it just feels really good to be able to get my body moving, and I'm so grateful to be where I'm at in my journey of life. Because everybody has, everybody has their own challenges and difficulties they deal with in life, but overcoming them and coming out stronger on the other side is just, it's really an amazing feeling. I'm very grateful. But it's taken a long time. It's taken me a long time to get here. Definitely not something that just happened overnight or something that would happen passively. It was a lot of intentional work. And I'm just so grateful. And it's nice to be able to do more. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year and seeing what this year has to come. What's to come this year? What's this year going to bring me? I've been putting out a lot of intentions out into the universe, which might sound weird to some people, but if you know, you know. That's what I will say about it. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, this looks a lot better. He needed some more little fur strokes on him. There we go. I think I need to add some more to his face now, especially in the eyebrow area. He kind of looks like a little cheetah or something with these spots on him, like these little spots down here that are outlined. But this should look really cute hanging up next to Jack and Lucy. And I just got some new varnish, which I've never tried this varnish before. Like, for the longest time, I just had this one that I got from Walmart, and I really didn't like it because if I put it on too thick, it was like, get all like sticky and like, I don't know, it just was not very good varnish. And so I was reading online about the best kind of varnish to get, and everyone was like going off about Garner's or Garmer's varnish. So I got some of that. I got the special paintbrush that you have to use to use this varnish. Like, just the paintbrush for it was $20, $22. That's the most I've ever spent on a paintbrush, but it's a brush specifically like for this brand of varnish, so I figured I probably need it, but I haven't used it yet. I'm kind of nervous about it for some reason, but I was thinking I need to do like a test run using it on like a smaller piece before I commit to using it on a larger piece so I don't like screw anything up with it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to try it out because I've got a whole bunch of paintings that I definitely need to varnish. But varnish really, I feel like, takes the painting or whatever like to a whole nother level. It just adds that whole like 4K, real nice gloss to it. So I'm excited to see what it looks like, especially on my Mars Attack painting. That definitely needs some varnish on it. But yeah, maybe I'll do that on a live stream. Give it a little test run. Because I got some frames for these paintings, but I need to varnish them before I put them in there, so we've got a whole lot of artsy things to do. There we go. That looks a lot better. Yeah. Bring this little guy to life. Duke's really been the best dog I've ever had, honestly. He's just like such the proper little gentleman. He always does what he's supposed to do without having to be told, and he's always just so well behaved. Jack and Lucy, well, Lucy's pretty good, but she's a yapper. She likes to go yapping all the time. Like, I let her outside, and the first thing she does is goes and slams her whole little 10 pounds of her, she's a little dog, onto the neighbor, onto the fence, the joint fence, because she wants to bark at this dog next door. He's probably like close to 80 pounds. But Lucy just wants a piece of this dog. I don't know what it is about this dog. She does not like him at all. The other neighbor dog on the other side, she don't mind him. But this other dog, his name is Jax. She does not like Jax. But it's so funny. Like, she literally just, first thing she does is just darts out the door, barking her brains out, goes slamming herself against the fence. She is such a character for such a little dog. Like, she swears she's a pit bull. But it's hilarious. And sometimes it drives me insane. Like, just chill, girl. You're not going to get this dog. And what are you going to do even if you do? He's like 70 pounds more than her weighs, you know? But I guess they say it's not the size of the dog, it's the fight in the dog, right? But Duke, he always just goes out and chills. Jack's starting to get old now, so... Well, he is old now. He don't really do much. But he's still a trash dog. Jack's been a trash dog his whole life. If he gets the chance, he'll dig in the garbage. So I've always had to really watch that with him. Oh, these little fur marks really brought the whole piece to life. I feel like he definitely needed that. I don't want to overdo it. That's one of the hardest parts about painting. It's like, when do you stop? But we probably need to add a little bit of something here too, because I got this side, but I didn't get any on this side yet. There we go. That looks a lot better. But yeah, one of my other art goals this year is to get a website up. I had a website for like the longest time, but there was like a couple years there where I wasn't really doing anything with my art at all when I was going through some healing. And so I'm like, there's no point in paying all this money every month for something I'm not even using. So I canceled the site, but I would really like to get another one up. I do have a Ko-Fi right now, but I haven't updated in a while, but I do have some original pieces for sale on there. But it would just be kind of nice to have my own website. And I really want to start offering like prints as well. I had a Redbubble shop, which it's probably still up, but Redbubble has changed their whole pricing thing on there, so artists aren't making as much as they used to unless they're gonna like jack up their prices on there, which just is not gonna work for me anyways. And so I'm hoping to find some other option besides Redbubble as like a print on demand sort of service. So that's another goal for this year, is to start offering in-house prints and to be able to do merch and all that kind of stuff. I've never really tried to do my own merch before, besides Redbubble. I don't know if that counts. But yeah, I've got a couple of art goals this year. Maybe in my video, well, for sure in this video that I have coming out on Sunday, it's all about how to set realistic art goals for the year. And so I'm going to be talking some more about my goals for the year on that video. But yeah, I do spend a lot of time working on all this content stuff. I really enjoy making shorts, I think, more than longer videos, but the longer videos aren't too bad now that I've gotten a lot faster at editing. Because when I first started doing YouTube like a year ago, is when I really started getting into it. I was so slow at video editing, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better and a lot faster at it. And I used to try to do like really long videos, which is probably why it took so long to edit them. But I've been learning. Slowly but surely I've been learning. I think I like it. So I need to... Ooh, I almost did the wrong color there. I think I need to go over some of the black lines with my paint pen a little bit. Try to clean up some of the areas. There we go. But this is basically done, I think. I won't know until later. You know, sometimes you gotta let a painting marinate a little bit before you can decide on whether you can call it done or not. But I think I'm pretty happy with this. It definitely brought it to life, adding more of the little fur strokes in there. But once this paint dries, I'm going to go back in with my black paint pen and clean up these areas a little bit around the eyes. Maybe fix some of these whisker lines a little bit more. But I've got to let this dry, so I was thinking maybe to work on my little miniatures kit. Or should I work on a watercolor? I have this watercolor piece that I did a while ago of these flowers. And it was it was in the sun for a while. And I looked at it and some of the colors have kind of like faded on it. So I was thinking maybe I should like touch it up a little bit because I wanted to give it to somebody as a gift. But I really don't know where it's at right now. This is the problem. I don't know what I did with it. So maybe I'll see if I can work on this miniatures kit. And put this off to the side for now. Unless I can find the flower painting, but I really have no idea what I did with it at the moment. Oops. What did I do with that painting? Could be in this pile of... Here it is. I could definitely work on this right now. Yeah, it's faded. Like... These pinks used to be a lot pinker, and the greens and everything. Like the blue was a lot, I don't know, it just faded from being in the sunshine. So when I give this painting as a gift, I'm gonna have to tell the lady, like, make sure you keep it out of the sunshine, or make sure this isn't wet so it doesn't fade again. So let me grab my watercolor stuff. Watercolor stuff. Where are you? What did I do with this kit that I have? I don't know. Oh, I think I can use this. I would rather use the kit that I used to paint it originally, but I don't know where that is either. And I know I was looking for it for a while back, but I don't know what I did with it. Isn't that so frustrating? You can't find what you're looking for. Because, yeah, this other kit that I have doesn't have the colors I need. So maybe I can't work on that right now until I find that kit, which I don't feel like doing right now. So changing gears again. I'll have to find that kit, and maybe next time I live stream I can work on that painting. I just really don't know what I did with it, unfortunately. And it has like these specific colors in it that I need for this painting, so that ain't gonna work. Maybe next time. But this is a painting. It just needs to be touched up a little bit. Well, at least I know where that is now. Well, I guess I can move on to working on this miniatures kit. See what happens here. I'm really excited to get it done. Clean up my area a little bit so I have some space for it. Yeah, this is my very first miniatures kit I've ever done, and I've had it for maybe 3 or 4 years now. But honestly, before I would not have the patience for it like I do now. So I guess it's good it's been sitting around for a while, but yeah, isn't that so cute? This is a little desk and a little computer and a little ruler and all these little miniature things that go with it. So I guess I can put this little book together. I think you should be able to see it okay. Whoops. So one of the reasons it took me so long to get this together as well is that I hated the glue that it came with. And then I tried to use hot glue on that, and that didn't work either. And then I talked to this artist, and she suggested this glue, and it's worked out great. I love this Beacons 3-in-1 glue. It glues pretty quickly, and it's very thick, so it's thick and tacky. Let me see. Should I try to move this down a little bit? Maybe bring it a little bit closer to the table? Is that gonna work okay? I think so. All right, trying to not overthink it here. Let's just do it. But yeah, I'll show you the kit again. I showed it earlier, but I'll show it to you one more time here. So this is it. It's a little mini art studio thing. Okay. There's all my little tools for it. I almost need like a desk like just for this kit because it's been kind of taking over my desk. And I need a lot of room to work on this thing. So this is a little miniature flower book. And so I had to cut out this little paper, fold it, and then glue the book bind of it. And now I've got to glue it into the actual book. Yeah, this glue works really good. Like, even on this thin little paper, it doesn't like warp the paper or like put bubbles or anything in it, which I was kind of worried about because it's so thick, but it's really perfect. Got to double and triple check that I'm gluing this in the right way here. There we go. We got to line up the book cover onto the pages. There we go. I'll show you one of the other little books that I put together. There's a bunch of little books for this kit. But here's one that I put together already. Time travel. It has little miniature writing and photos and everything in it. It's pretty detailed. And then there's this little Van Gogh, Vincent Van Gogh piece. The tiniest one is this little Mona Lisa. Somewhere on that pile of stuff there. So what's the next thing I have to do for this? Grab a little booklet. But these are a lot of fun. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was like 30 bucks. And I really want to do another one already. Even though I have no idea what I'm going to do with this when it's done, honestly. Like, what am I even going to do with this? I don't know. But it's something to do. And it's creative and something to keep my hands busy. So, I like it. So I need my little paper. Yeah, I've never done anything like this before. And this kit's pretty good. My only like sort of complaint is like they want you to measure like 2 millimeter size things and cut them out, which is like so hard to do. It was super challenging. But it's been pretty fun. And the paper that like these things that you have to cut out from this paper. This paper is like very thin too, so that was like another thing I was kind of worried about. Like, really hope I don't rip anything. It came with like a couple of sheets. Like if you mess up, there's another copy, but it's not it's not for everything. I think one of the hardest things to put together is going to be the little plants. But I think that's one of the next things after. Right now, I'm going to put together a tablet. So I'm cutting out the little screen for the tablet. There we go. One piece. And then you need K18 and K19. But yeah, have any of you ever put together a little piece like project like this before? It's pretty fun. A little bit nerve-wracking at times, especially because it was my first one, so I did make a couple of mistakes, but I was able to fix it pretty good so you can't tell. The only one who's gonna know is me, so it's alright. But yeah, I've been really working on just letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is a joy, stealer of joy, and it's just not worth it. It's nice when things go the way they're supposed to, but life's messy. Life's complicated. Things happen. It's not always gonna come out the way you want it to, but that's all right. It's all part of the journey. So this is a little tablet. I feel like I should be watching Family Guy right now, because whenever I'm working on this kit, I've always got Family Guy playing. Just something playing in the background is kind of nice. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's all done and put together. All assembled and everything. Whoops, don't rip, please. After this tablet, I've got some little plants to put together, and then it'll be time to start assembling the walls and everything for it. And it comes with a little light and everything, and you have to like wire the light. So we'll see how that goes. That's definitely out of my typical wheelhouse of things, but so has been this whole project. But it's always kind of nice to try something new, you know? Yeah, I definitely want to do some more of these, especially now that I have some experience. Kind of know what I'm doing a little bit better now that I've got this first one together. The furniture was pretty hard to put together because, like, I had to fight gravity basically with a lot of the furniture, like trying to get the legs to stay up while they're gluing. I had to get kind of creative with that part. I was using my tubes of paint and glue sticks and stuff like that to prop up the legs on the furniture. I read online, I guess you can use clay, but I'll just use my little trick with the paint and the glue stick. It worked out all right. So now I've got to fold these. So this is a little miniature tablet. I've already done the computer, the laptop, but I guess whose ever little room this is, they've got a tablet too. But isn't that crazy about TikTok? Like, I keep looking it up about whether they've decided or not, but TikTok might be done for by the 19th, I guess. I guess the company that owns TikTok has until the 19th to sell to another company or whatever before, or they're gonna be banned in the US and you won't be able to download TikTok anymore. But I guess people who do have TikTok already, they'll still be able to use it, but eventually I guess it's gonna be unusable and unstable because they won't be able to get services for it anymore. I had TikTok like years ago and I ended up deleting it. But if they end up keeping it and not banning it, I might try to get on TikTok again. It's just a lot to keep up with. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I know a lot of content creators really like TikTok. Like, that would really suck if it got banned. Because I know a lot of people have built their communities on there. So this is the base of the tablet, I guess. This is like some like thicker, not cardboard, but maybe cardstock, I guess you would call it. It's even thicker than cardstock. This is the base of the tablet. So I might just clip it and let it sit for a minute so it doesn't come apart, and I can put together this little part of it. So K19. So this goes on top of that. This must be the back of it. Okay, so this is the front of the tablet. And this is the little screen of the tablet. So I guess I can glue that on here while we let that set for a minute. But these pieces are so tiny, like literally this little piece is like a 1/2 inch. You gotta be super careful with it because this paper is thin as well, so it's like a very fragile thing to do. You definitely have to have a lot of patience and be light-handed working on something like this. Which, yeah, a couple years ago when I got it, there's no way I would have gotten through it like I have now. I've gotten a little more patient about certain things the older I've gotten, and a little more impatient with other things, I guess. There we go. Put a little glue on here. Came with these little tweezers, which is nice. Came with a lot of neat little tools. Not everything that you need, but almost everything. Oops. Line up this little tablet pick. There we go. So there's the little tablet, the little screen on the tablet. Too freaking cute. I've always really loved miniature things. So it's really fun to like find something to pour myself in, like something miniature I can pour myself into, you know what I mean? And then I need some thin black wire, it said. Let me get my wire out. This must be it, right? No. This is not the thin, that's something else. Here we go. Here's my black wire. I need to measure it to 6 centimeters. And that was another thing that kind of confused me when I first started this piece, is everything's measured in centimeters. Or I'm sorry, in millimeters. And we don't really use millimeters much in America. We're more of centimeters people, so I had to keep looking up, like, how many millimeters isn't a centimeter. But now that I've done it so many times, I know. But I've never been very good at measuring and cutting things, so this has definitely been a challenge for me in that aspect. There we go. Put that away. So what do I need to do with this now? Peel off the rubber from the wire. Don't cut off the wire. Fold the wire in half. Cut the black rubber as shown. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So then I have to measure 2 centimeters. Like, this thing goes so tiny, some of these parts. 2 centimeters on each end. I'm supposed to still have the black part of the wire, and the rest I'm supposed to strip the wire off, the rubber off of the wire. So this is a wire for the tablet, I guess. So how am I supposed to do that? Be very gentle. There we go. We're getting somewhere. I'm trying to not cut this wire, but just strip it of this rubber. Oh, whoops. Well, I was supposed to keep 2 millimeters on at the end. I guess I can add it back on? I don't know. Well, at least it came off easily. Fold the wire in half. Okay. Cut the black rubber as shown. Bend the wire, then fix the 2 ends with rubber. Oh, so these are like the headphones, I guess, supposed to be the headphones for the tablet? Fancy. Alright, so let me see if I can figure out how to get 2 millimeters. I'm probably going to have to glue these ends on, I would think. Yeah, you definitely need a nice pair of tweezers when you're doing something like this. This is crazy tiny. Is it going to go back on there? I didn't know. But yeah, tomorrow I'll definitely be back to painting. I just thought it'd be fun to do something different on here today, because I did all the painting I really could. While I wait for that paint to dry, we'll work on this. But I have this huge alien painting that I really want to get done. So maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. It's the 2nd largest painting I've ever done on canvas. And it's been sitting for a minute because I got to this one point on it where I didn't really know how to paint what I was visualizing, if that makes sense. And so it's been sitting, and I had to look up some reference photos for how to paint specifically what I'm trying to paint, which is a lot like a tear. It's supposed to look like there's a big tear in the sky. and I wasn't sure how to best like paint it, but now that I have a reference photo, I should be able to do that. So I guess these are supposed to be the headset, and they're all like twisted up or something. I don't know. Alright, let's glue this little sucker together and see what it looks like. So this is the front. Need to get some glue onto this. This glue is freaking amazing though. I got it when I went to Michael's last month. I hardly ever get to go to Michael's because it's almost 2 hours away one way. So it was pretty exciting. Always an exciting time when I get to go there. There's a little tablet. Here we go. Gotta line that up. And then apply a little bit of glue to these side pieces. Yeah, if anyone has any projects or things that you would like to learn how to do, let me know in the comments, because I do read all my comments. And I will see if I can come up with a tutorial or a way like to teach you, and we can do a project together. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that fake bake project that I want to do next month should be a pretty fun project to do together. And I think you'll be able to get a lot of the materials from the dollar store, so it should be pretty affordable as well. But man, I remember when the dollar store used to actually be $1. It's so sad now everything's $1.25. Some places have gone up even more than that, I guess. And I guess they were talking about increasing the prices to $1.50. But yeah, I used to go jack up the dollar store. I'd go spend $80 easily at the dollar store because everything was $1. I'm like, oh, I can get all kinds of stuff. But then it's not really cheap if you're spending $80 at the dollar store. But yeah, I used to really love going there. Mostly just to get stuff for crafting with, like, because you can turn like the most random stuff into really cute items, like, with just a little creativity. But I've done a whole bunch of dollar store do-it-yourself tutorials on my channel if anyone would like to make something or see what I'm talking about. I've done a bunch of those kind of videos. I really enjoy doing do-it-yourself videos because I think it's just a way like I can try to help encourage people to, you know, get creative. Even people who don't consider themselves artists, like I truly believe that everybody is an artist. It's just a matter of reconnecting with that part of yourself because everyone's an artist. As a kid, everyone will claim that title. But the older people get, the less they are willing to claim the title of an artist because you'll hear the famous line, I can't even draw a stick figure. But honestly, art is more than just creating something that's subjective. I mean, you can make an abstract piece. You can craft a piece. I mean, literally everything is art. The way you dress, the way you cook food, the movies you watch, the games you play, it's all art. And what's really interesting to me is how back in the day, when people were living in caves, their sole purpose in life was just to survive. Like, they spent all of their time just on trying to get food and shelter. But yet, they still found time to do art with their cave paintings. Like, I think that's so interesting to me, like, just how ingrained art has been within humans. Like, since the beginning of time, you know? So I don't know, I just think it's really important for people to get in touch with that creative side of themselves. Because it's in there. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're an artist. And I believe in you. And you gotta believe in yourself. So there's my 2 cents on that. I gotta bend this a little bit more. There's a little tablet, and this is the little headphones, I guess. Supposed to be headphones that are tangled up in each other. I mean, I guess it kind of works. These look like they might be a little bit difficult to get to stay, but just put a whole bunch of this glue. But yeah, before I tried to use hot glue on this piece, and it all just kept coming apart on me. But this glue is really good. Let me just hold this on here for a second. Just put it over here to dry. Try to not touch it so it will dry in place. Alright, there's one little tablet in there. I don't know if I need to save that wire or not. I'm thinking probably not. But yeah, I've been working a lot on trying to build up my Facebook page, so if you want to follow me on Facebook, I'm going to share my link. Let's see, what was it? Here we go. I'm just going to share my link tree in the chat. So you can have links to my Ko-Fi, my Instagram, my Facebook, and all that. And if you would give me a follow and on those, I would greatly appreciate it. I will just share it in the chat. There we go. That has all of the things. Okay. Next up, what do we have next? Some little bonsais. Okay. Let's put together a couple of bonsais and then I'll probably call it because I wanted to stream for 2 hours. I could go longer, but I have other things I need to get done today. I don't want to burn myself out, so I'm trying to stick to a schedule. Let's see, what pieces do I need? Gold and silver flower pots. And by flower pots, I mean these tiny little beads. This looks like some of the bonsai stuff that I need to use here. Where are the little beads at? Here we go. These will be cute. I really wanted to make like my own little easel to go with this too. So we'll see if I have any little wood pieces like left over after that I can repurpose. I'm definitely going to try to do that. Okay. So those are the little pots. And then I need the white plant and the green plant powder. This looks like what they're talking about. I don't see any other things that could be it. Okay. So we'll start with this little guy, this little silver flower pot. This little bead's going to be a flower pot. Oh, it actually stands up. That's good. Okay, and this one takes a little bit of this. This is very messy. Guess I can get these out. So this is the other, going to be the other plant. I guess, if you can call it that. I don't know. Looks kind of funny to me. Try to get a piece of this out without making a fat mess. It's gonna be messy no matter what, I think. Kind of just want to break this piece off because it doesn't belong there anyways. What do I do? Just cut the top of it off? And use that? Or should I use this little piece right here? Yeah, this is my first time doing anything like this, so I've kind of had to guesstimate on some of these things. I'm like, I don't know. And these, sometimes the directions are a little bit, I don't know, they don't show you the full picture. So I guess we'll do something like that for this one. But that looks like a little bit too tall, so maybe I need to cut it in half. This is messy. And then have 3 little things like that to put in here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this when I'm done with it, because I have so much art and so many things I've crafted and made, and I literally don't have any room or any place to put them. That's become like the biggest problem of being an artist is, what do I do with all this stuff? I don't know. But I like making it, and I'm not going to stop making it, so it'll just be, I'm going to have to find some place in my house for it. I wish I had a hutch. I think this would look really cute in like a hutch or something. Oh, that'll work. Alright, you need to come undone. There we go. Whoops. This is so fragile. I think that's going to stay in there. There's a little flower pot with some little, I don't know what kind of flowers these are, but some little flowers. Very cute. Whoops, whoops. Put that over here to dry. Alright. We have these little, this is going to be a mess. Put my glue in here, and then I just glue the green tree powder is literally what the directions have it called. Green tree powder. Put some glue in there for it. And see if I can do this without making a fat mess everywhere. But yeah, it's like very fine. Well, maybe I should try to use these tweezers for it. And I guess I'll just stick that in there in the little flower pot. I wonder who like designs these things. Like, I think that would be a really fun job. Like, that's literally somebody's job out there, is to put together these little freaking ideas for these little kits. I think that would be a really fun job. Oh, it does. It's a little, looks like a little plant now in a little flower pot. Too cute. Maybe I can get a little bit more in there. This is kind of a pain in the butt to work with, so I don't know how much I'm going to use of it. It definitely looks like a little plant though, a little moss plant of some sort. There we go. I know it might look kind of funny just on its own, but once it's in its little spot within the little studio, it's gonna look like what it's supposed to, I think. All right. Next, let's put together a bonsai. This might be my last thing that I do before I call it, because I already know this is going to be a pain in the butt. This little bonsai. We get the little base out for it. This is super cute. This is a super cute little vase that it comes with. So this is the little vase, I guess, for the bonsai. So I need that and a green stem. Oh, there's green. My green wire, which will be the stem. Okay. And this part's going to be tedious. This is the part I was least looking forward to doing, because I have to cut out these little things, and they're literally like, I don't know, about a quarter of an inch a piece. Oh boy. All right. So into, oh boy. I wonder if they make like X-Acto knives that are like curved, you know, for like curved objects like circles and stuff. Because it'd probably be a lot easier. Maybe I should skip this one and go to the next one that's easier to do. I think I'm going to do that. We're going to cheat and we're going to go move ahead to the next thing, because I don't have the patience for that right now. But I do have the patience for this other piece, because these are a lot bigger. So we'll do that real quick. These don't look as difficult to cut out. So I've got to keep these connected too, huh? Looks like it. Okay. This is another bonsai. It looks like a, what are these plants called? I used to have one, a snake plant. That's what this one looks like. But it died. I think I gave it too much water. There was a minute there I was like trying to get, get some plants going. But they all ended up dying on me. Maybe I'll try again this spring. It's hard to keep plants alive. Some people just have that natural green thumb, I guess, and I'm not one of them. But yeah, I've got to put together that Zorn palette short I was talking about earlier. I got the voiceover done for it yesterday, and then the filming part of it done today. Because when I first started making shorts and stuff, I would try to do the filming and just do the voiceover at the same time, and apparently I'm not very good at multitasking when it comes to that, so now I usually do my voiceovers separate from the filming and then just add it on in the editing app that I use. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna do this right now either. I don't have it in me. My time of tediousness is not right now. But oh, I had my phone plugged in, but not plugged in? What's going on? Oh, I had my phone plugged into the to the charger, but the extension cord was not plugged in. So this is the painting that I'm going to be working on tomorrow, I think. So this is supposed to be a tear in the sky, and I was kind of having a hard time trying to figure out how to like visualize that. So tomorrow we're going to try to tackle that problem. And I need to finish painting this alien. I've got a little hippie alien with a little headband, doing the whole peace sign. And I need to finish up the bottom part of it too. So this is probably what I'll be working on tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be live again tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you there doing some more painting. And yeah, thank you all for watching my video and showing your support for my channel. I just hit 1 million views on my channel like 10 days ago, and I was so freaking pumped. I've been working so hard on my channel, so it's cool to actually see some like momentum from it, you know? But I truly appreciate all of your support, and please like this video and subscribe if you can. I appreciate your support, and I hope to see you tomorrow. But yeah, that is it. I'm calling it, and y'all take it easy. Bye, friends.